ultimate shopping odyssey. Madison Square.
We had a huge cocktail party the night before for all the city dignitaries, the owners of the national retail chains, most of which are based in New York, flew in. A beautiful event. Everybody cleared out about 11 o'clock that night. And of course, we were back at the crack of dawn the next morning for the grand opening. But one of the most interesting stories about the whole mall opening was we were scheduled to have the current reigning Miss America cut our ribbon, which was standard procedure for all CB&L malls. And the Miss America at that time was none other than Vanessa Williams. Well, about 5 or 6 nights before the grand opening, I get a phone call at home from Bill Donovan, who owned the radio station WZYP at that time. And we were doing a lot of work with him on all the drawings and the registrations and advertising with the TV stations. But Bill called me and said, "Nancy, something has just come across the AP wire that I think you need to know." And I said, "What?" And he explained to me what was going on with Vanessa Williams and the magazine she was about to appear in, that she may be dethroned as Miss America. And I said, "Bill, you know I'm about to have a nervous breakdown. This is not funny." And I hung up on him, thinking it was a joke. And within minutes, I see a crawl across my TV station saying the very same thing he had just told me. So we were the first official visit, or, the first official appearance of the new Miss America. And it was USA Today, all the major networks are here. More about her than our mall, but we had national coverage everywhere. Madison Square Mall was the first super regional mall in the state of Alabama, and you had to be over 1 million square feet to be classified as a super regional. And so we were just ecstatic and thinking that we were going to have good crowds, but nothing like what actually showed up. We ended up just breaking all kinds of records for attendance. It was just a huge success, so much so that we were almost a victim of our own success by people being scared to come out there after that first week. They wanted to wait to let things settle down.
We had, at the time, a very good news crew, and I decided to put some of our best people on it. So we had Alton Patton, as well as Hoyt Harris, a young reporter named Terry Knott, who did a great job, and they really kind of anchored all of our coverage with the opening of Madison Square Mall, and did a great job. It was a big news story here in town. It was something that a lot of people were very excited about. I will have to say that I was a little skeptical when the project was first announced, because I went and looked at a map right after it was announced that it was going to be developed, and I looked on the map, and it on the map looked way out there. And I thought to myself, I hope that they've done their business plan and their marketing research, because I'm not sure anyone's going to go that far to go shopping. Because, myself, the only time I ever went that far out was going over to the Shoals area or to Athens, which was not many times. And out there was really nothing but cotton fields. There really wasn't much out there where Madison Square Mall is. Now, if you go back and you think about it, think of everything that has passed there. All of that was not there. So there was no Target shopping center, there was no Walmart, there was no Providence there, and think of everything else. Madison was still just a sleepy little town, and that side of 72 had really not developed. So you think about all that's out there now, Huntsville Hospital, and you have to ask yourself, would all that be there now had Madison Square Mall not opened up? And not only that direction, think about behind Madison Square Mall, Research Park, everything. There were some companies there, but not near what the Research Park is now, and Bridge Street. And you have to ask yourself, would all that be there had Madison Square Mall not opened in 1984?
We had huge crowds, and we had the highest sales per square foot of any property in the state of Alabama, which is measured by the National Retail Association and the International Council of Shopping Centers. We just had so much enthusiasm for the events. We had everything from antique shows to cars and just different kind of events that went on, craft shows. Everybody was calling me, begging to have a show in that location because it's the place everybody wanted to be.
It's all that matters. Madison Square, the ultimate shopping odyssey.